Hello students, Standard 9, Subject Science 1. Already last lecture we have completed our lesson number 4, Measurement of Matter. Now today we are going to start exercise of lesson number 4, Measurement of Matter. Now let us see the exercise. To solve the exercise, first you have to open your textbook, science textbook, page number 57. So open your textbook first and see the question number 1. Everyone's textbook is open. And see question number 1. Give examples. Now how you have to solve the exercise? First you have to mention the question in the notebook and then write answers in the notebook. Because on blackboard I have mentioned only answers. I have not written questions on the blackboard. First you have to write the question from the textbook and whatever answers I have written on the blackboard, then write in the notebook. Okay, see the question number 1. Give examples. Total 6 questions are given in the question number 1. See the question number A. Positive radicals. Now in this question, total 6 questions are given here, but for each question you have to mention at least 2 examples. If you know another few examples there, you can write it, but at least 2 examples necessary for each question. So for positive radicals, I have written answer for it. See the question number 1. Give examples. In that the first question A, for that answer is Na plus sodium, because sodium have the positive charge. Atom of sodium have the positive charge there, so it is the example for the positive radicals. Now radicals means what? The radicals means compound with ionic bond, have main 2 constituents there. Which 2 main constituents are present in the compound while forming the ionic compound? Anion and the cation. Here cation means what? Positively charged ion, and anion means what? Negatively charged ion. And these 2 charges, these 2 ions independently takes parts in chemical reaction, therefore they are called as the radicals. Here we have written, I have written positively charged ions example. Na plus means Na have the positive charge ion here, so sodium is the example of positive radical, and another one example, which one written? K plus means potassium. So these 2 examples you have to mention for question number A, positive radicals. Now see the question number B, basic radicals. Now basic radicals means what? Which are formed by removal of electrons from atoms of the metals. Okay, so for question number B, 2 examples are Ag plus means silver and Cu2 plus means copper. Okay, now see the question number C, composite radicals. When I have taught you lesson, at that time we have discussed about the types of radicals. In that you have studied about the acidic radical, basic radical and the composite radicals also. Okay, composite radicals means what? When a group of atom is present in the radical, then it is known as the composite radical. So see the examples for the composite radicals are SO4 2 minus means sulfate and NH4 plus means ammonium. Atoms, a group of atom, here sulfur and oxygen is present here, so a group of atom is present in this compound, so it is example of composite radical. And in this example, ammonium and H4, these 2 atoms are combined in this compound, so ammonium also example of composite radicals. See the question number D, metals with variable valency. Now variable valency means what? When an atom or any metal have more than one valency, at that time it is called as the variable valencies of that metal. So here I have written two examples for the metals with variable valencies. In that the first metal name is iron. Iron have the variable valence here, so the name written what? Ferrum. Another name what is given in the bracket here? Ferrum. And which two variable valencies are present in the metal iron? In that the first one is Fe2 plus, having valency 2. If valency is 2 is there, at that time the name of that iron is ferrous. And if valency is 3, Fe3 plus, then the name is ferric. So ferrous and the ferric, these are two variable valencies of iron. Okay. And another one example for variable valencies is another metal name. Which one is written here? Copper. The name of copper is cuprum because having the variable valencies. And which two variable valencies are present in the metal of copper? Cu plus, means it is called as the cuprous, and the Cu2 plus. If valency is 2 is there, at that time it is called as the cupric, and if valency is 1, at that time it is called as the cuprous. So understanding to everyone, variable valency means what? If more than one valencies are present in the metal, at that time it is called as the variable valencies. And two examples for the variable valencies are iron and the copper. See the question number E. Bivalent acidic radicals. Bivalent means bi, means 2. The acidic radicals which have valency 2. So, 3 examples I have written for the question number E. See it carefully. In that, oxide means valency O2 minus. Second one is sulfide, S2 minus. Symbol and the valency having the negative charge. Why negative charge? Because in question bivalent acidic radicals are given there, and acidic radicals means having negative charge there. So oxide, sulfide and the carbonate, CO3 2 minus. So these 3 are the examples of bivalent acidic radicals. And the last question is trivalent basic radicals. Now trivalent basic radicals are, means here the elements or the radicals which have 3 valency 3. If you will observe the example here, each that radical having the valency 3. In that the first example is aluminium, means Al3 plus, chromium Cr3 plus, and the ferric Fe3 plus. Each radical having the valency 3. So the name given what? Trivalent basic radical. Basic radicals are given here. So we must write here which type of charge? Positive charge on the valency. Okay. Now here first question is completed. Now let us see the question number 2. Write the symbols of the following element and the radicals obtained from them and indicate the charge on the radicals. Now see carefully question number 2. In that some names of the elements are given in the question. And what question is asked there? Write the symbols of the following element. Here first we have to mention symbol of that element. After that write radicals obtained from them, and after that you have to indicate the charge on the radicals. Now for this question you have to draw one chart. Now see the how you have to draw chart in the textbook. Notebook. See questions in the textbook, and after that only write answers in the notebook. Here which one first element is given in the textbook? Mercury. So how you have to draw the chart for this question? Element, symbols, radicals, and last should be charge of radicals. Okay, here first element is mercury. You have to write first symbol. The symbol of mercury is Hg. In Hg, total 2 radicals are present. Depend upon the valencies. Here in first radical, valency of mercury is 1. So the name given what? Mercurous. And in second radical, Hg2 plus. Means here mercury have the valency 2. So the name given mercury. Okay. So depend upon the number of valencies. You can mention the charge of the radicals. Now how you have to mention the charge of radicals? Here Hg plus is written, means only one valency is there. So write here plus 1. See the charge and see the number of valence electron when you want to write the charge of radicals. Okay. Here Hg2 plus. How many valence electrons are there? 2. So 2 plus. So charge of radicals are plus 2. Understanding to everyone how to fill the column? Now see the second element given in the textbook, potassium. Potassium symbol is K, and in that only one radical is present in potassium. So K plus, and the name of that radical is here potassium only, and charge of radicals is here plus 1. Plus, not any number written means you can mention there 1. See the third one element, nitrogen. The symbol of nitrogen is N. Only one radical is present in the nitrogen, N3 minus. So the name given as nitride, and the charge of radical is -3. While writing the charge of radicals, see the number of valence electron and the charge given to the valence electron carefully. 3 minus is written here. So here mention the -3 as a charge of radicals. See the question. Next element, copper. The symbol for copper is Cu. Total 2 radicals are present in the copper. The first one is Cu plus. It is called as a cuprous, and when 2 valence electrons are there, at that time it is called as the cupric. So plus 1 and plus 2. Here plus 1 and plus 2 is the charge of radicals for the copper. Now see the next element name is sulfur. The symbol for sulfur is S. Only one radical is present in the sulfur. It is sulfide. So S2 minus, and the charge of radical is -2. 2 minus means -2 is the charge of radicals for the sulfur. Now next one element is chlorine. Symbol for chlorine is Cl. Here only one radical is present. It is chloride, and symbol is Cl minus. How you have to mention the charge of radical? -1. And last one element name is oxygen. Symbol for oxygen is O, and how you have to mention the radicals? O, oxide means O2 minus, and the charge of radicals is -2. So draw this chart carefully in your notebook, and after that, after the completion of this question, I will take the next question also, but first you have to observe the chart carefully, and then I will start the question number 3. Now let us see question number 3. See the question in the textbook. Write the steps in deducing the chemical formulae of the following compound. Now in that few questions are given downside of it. In that you have to write the deducing the chemical formulae of that all compounds. Here I will solve only one first question there, and related to that see the steps carefully from the first question, and remaining all questions you have to solve yourself. Okay, in that first question, that is first compound name, which one given there? Sodium sulfate. So let us see the how to deduce the chemical formula for the sodium sulfate. See the steps carefully written on the blackboard. See the question, sodium sulfate. What we have to write for this question? Steps in deducing the chemical formulae of the compound. Here for this question there is a need to know the name, that is the symbol for the chemical formulae of that compound. Okay, and when we write the symbol for each element, after that you must know about the valencies of it. Without that you can't deduce the chemical formulae of the compound. Now first what you have to write? See the first step here. To write the symbols of the radicals. Whatever radicals are there in these two elements here, you must mention the symbol for it first. And how you have to mention it? Basic radicals on the left side. Whatever basic radicals are there, you have to write it left side, and in acidic radicals on the right side. Okay, so NaSO4, these two. Sodium means the symbol is Na, and for sulfate symbol is SO4. So after that see the second step, step 2. To write the valencies below the respective radicals. Sodium valency is 1 and SO4 valency is 2. Now from where we can know the valencies of the given radicals or the compound? Or in your textbook on page number 56. Give attention here. See the page number 56. Here basic radicals and acidic radicals there. Basic radicals means having positive charge there. These all radicals are written here side, and acidic radicals, these are written here side, which having the negative charge upon it. Okay. Now by seeing the positive charge and the negative charge, see this, by seeing these charges we can understand the valencies of that compound or the element. Okay, so by using this chart, easy way you can write the valencies for the radicals. Sodium valency is 1, and the second one, which one is there? Sulfate valency is 2. So mention it below of it. Now see the third step, to cross multiply the number of radicals. That is whatever radicals are there and below of it valencies are written there, you have to do cross multiplication of it. It means Na takes the valency of SO4 and SO4 takes the valency of Na. So by doing this cross multiplication we can get the molecular formula or chemical formula for that compound. Okay, so see the step number 4, to write down the chemical formulae of the compound. Now Na takes the valency of SO4. What is the valency for SO4 is 2 written here. So Na 2 and SO4 takes the valency of Na 1 is there. So no need to write the valency here in the SO4. So what is the chemical formula for the sodium sulfate? Na2SO4. It is the sodium sulfate, and by using these 4 steps we can deduce the chemical formulae of the compound. But which two things are important here? You must know the symbol of the radical and the valency of that element. Okay, so see the steps carefully, and by using these 4 steps, remaining few examples are given there, in that potassium nitrate, ferric phosphate, calcium oxide and aluminium hydroxide. Again 4 examples are there. By using these 4 steps, solve that examples also in your notebook.